just get right to rolling.
Welcome, guys, to another Eye of Terror battle report. And we're back for our third battle report for Warhammer 40k. And when I say third, I mean third in our escalation campaign that Kurtis and I have been doing. So we started off with both a 500-point army in our first match. Then we played a second match because I forgot half my army. And we filmed it anyways and threw it up there. And then we actually did the second one in the campaign, which was 1,000 points, which you haven't checked it out. Check it out in the playlist. It's on there. And then 1,500 points. Here we are.
1,500 points.
And so really, like, we've been painting these armies since beginning of June, early June, right? Like, we literally have been, we're like, all right, starting brand new. We both starting brand new, both getting into our armies right from scratch, and we've painted up 1,500 points plus. Because you have a lot more.
I'm close to 2,000.
Well, you got a lot of elites, right? And that's a big thing. Where I don't have quite as many elites, and you'll see by the army that I'm playing.
The size difference of them,
So Kurtis is back with the Space Wolves. I'm back with my Genestealer Cult with some Brood Brothers. And the mission that we're going to be doing today is Retrieval Mission. And we have the Search and Destroy deployment zones. So we already set up the objectives. I set up the last one, so we got to pick the the deployment style and deployment zone. So I picked Search and Destroy, and I got to pick my corner that I wanted. And Kurtis, unfortunately, did not.
I got my corner,
but you get a nice
corner.
It is. It's not a bad corner.
It's not bad.
My corner is nicer.
Just because it has pipelines.
Yeah,
that's all.
Barricades.
Soon to be Space Wolf pipelines.
That's right. So. That's right. Whatever. But so that's it, actually. So if you have been following us from the first 8th edition battle report, thank you very much, guys. Please share with all your friends and everything else. Get them onto Blackfyre Productions as well. So let's show you the armies, show you the board, and then get into deployment from there. Alright, guys, this is my 1,500 points of Genestealer Cult Destructus. I call him Cult Destructus just because one squad in here was used for Shadow War Armageddon, and so I kept the color scheme throughout the entire army. So let's show you what I have here. So starting off down here is my Warlord again, my Patriarch with Familiar. There's 12 Genestealers. I should go back actually to him. He actually has Might from Beyond as a psychic power, so that gives one friendly unit within 18 inches, plus 1 strength and attack. Then I got a unit of 12 Genestealers back there, a unit of 10 Genestealers there. I have my Primus down here as my second HQ choice. I next have a 10-man squad of neophytes. They have the auto guns and auto pistols with the cult icon. Second 10-man squad of neophytes with auto guns, auto pistols. There's a guy with dynamite back here. He's my icon ward. This was the unit that I used for Shadow War Armageddon. There was no sense in me using the icon or the cult icon in that because it didn't have any effect. So the dynamite guy, cult icon. Back here is my 10-man and my third unit of troops, 10-man squad of acolytes. So we got the cult icon, the acolyte leader with the lash whip and the bone sword, and then I got 3 rock saws and 1 rock cutter. Everybody else has their basic cult blades, auto pistols, and running claws, which is phenomenal. Over here, my one tank is my cult Leman Russ with 2 heavy bolters, las cannon, and the battle cannon. And then over here is my Brood Brother Battalion, which consists of a Tempestor Prime, or Tempestus Prime. Oh, somebody will correct me somewhere probably. He actually has a plasma pistol and power sword. He doesn't have the cult, or the, oops, knocking guys around already. That's not good. 1 dead Genestealer. He doesn't actually have the rod like he is holding, but the plasma pistol instead with the power sword. And then I got in the Scions back here, I have 4 plasma rifles, my squad leader with bolt gun, power sword, and then 5 hotshot las guns. And then I got the Valkyrie with the heavy bolters on the side, las cannon, and the Hellstrike missiles. That is 1,500 points of Genestealer Cults, minus a couple dead already. Well, Kurtis, I see that you still have Terminators.
I sure do.
And Thunderwolves.
I sure do. They're just my favorite.
Yeah, it's good. I'm okay with that. They're good. They're good. I actually being an ex-Space Wolf player, envy you right now because that army looks sweet. And well done. So, walk us through what you have.
All right, today I brought the Stormfang gunship.
Right back there.
The Hellfrost Destructor cannon has 2 heavy storm bolters and 2 last cannons.
Boo! I mean,
sounds great.
Yes.
It can transport 6 guys as well.
Awesome.
I got 2 Razorbacks. They both have hunter killer missiles and storm bolters.
Awesome.
One's armed with the assault cannon and one's armed with the last cannon.
Cool. And then what else you got?
I got 3 minimum units. Well, sorry. 2 units of 6 guys and 1 unit of 5 guys. They have chain swords, bolters, and bolt pistols.
Awesome.
And then I have a Churnator squad here.
Okay.
5-man, and they're running the what are they called again? Wolf Claws and Storm Shields.
So mark of Dave because they don't actually have what they're supposed to have.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
I just didn't get time to paint more.
It's all good. We've been painting our butts off, so it's all good.
Nijal and Arjak.
Arjak.
And then
I do like them.
The Thunderwolf Cavalry, as they are there.
All with hammers.
All with hammers and
shields. Awesome. So we'll show you the board and get right into deployment next. All right, guys. So this is our 4x6 battle board or battle mat that we're playing on. It's an urban mats or urban district mats, sorry, just with a whole bunch of the battlefield in the box terrain and some GW stuff and plastic craters and more craters that are from battlefield in the box. So we've set up our 4 objective markers. You got 1 down here, all of them that have the dice. That's center is where the dice is located. So this is the ammo crates and the fuel supplies. There's another one up there, another one inside that building, and there's another one inside the foot of that building. So barricades are barricades, obviously. The pipelines are barricades as well. This here, the circular area, if you're inside that, you're inside the footprint of this ruin. We're also saying that, I know this is a crater, but we're using that to help represent the foot of this building here, so it'd basically be squared off from here over to there. And so if you're inside that center there, that's considered a ruin as well. Normal craters outside in the streets and that are just craters. And then when you square off these 2 buildings, that will be the footprint of that ruin, and the same with the one back there as well. So those are all ruins. Then obviously you got the barricades and that over here, which are good. So let's get right into deployment next. All right, guys, so we just finished deployment. Kurtis had to deploy his first unit, one of his units first, which was, I think it was the Stormfang, was it not?
It was.
Yeah, it was the Stormfang. So Kurtis just bunkered everybody up here. He has a 6-man unit in the Stormfang. Razorbacks are empty. Thunderwolves are there. 5-man unit, or sorry, 6-man unit sort of spread out up front, and then a 5-man unit at the side. In reserves, he has Arjak, the 5-man, Wolfguard, Terminators, and Jal. So that's where he's bunkered up. So in reserves for me, I have the Patriarch, the Primus, the 2 units of Genestealers, and the Acolytes. These guys plus the Tempestor Prime are all in the Valkyrie. Which the Valkyrie has been set up right here in the corner with the Lehman Russ there, a 10-man Acolyte squad around it, and a 10-man Acolyte, sorry, not Acolyte, Neophyte squads. These are Neophytes there holding that objective there in the center of that ruin. I should also note here for my Patriarch, who is my Warlord, he has Tenacious Survivor. So every wound I roll a d6, and on a 6 he gets to ignore that wound. And Arjak, the Warlord for Kurtis's Space Wolf army, gets Legendary Fighter, which basically on the turn that he charges gives him +1 attack. So with Kurtis setting up all his guys before I did, he is choosing to go first and having me go second, unless I can steal initiative. So I'm going to try to steal the initiative right now. It's a 2, so no I didn't. Turn 1 Space Wolves, let's see what happens. Alright, the end of Kurtis's movement. We have the Thunderwolves here that advanced. They move 13 inches in total to get up on there. These guys here advanced up, still bubble wrapping the Razorback there. This Razorback moved up behind, and the Stormwolf flew up 20 inches, and then these guys advanced as well, a whole 7 inches in total. So, Kurtis, are you going to bring in any of your reserves?
Not this round.
All right, we'll come back with Kurtis's shooting phase next. All right, so Kurtis is going to start off the shooting phase, and what are you going to do?
All right, 2 las cannons into his flyer.
Okay, into my Valkyrie over there.
The Hellfrost storm cannon into the Valkyrie.
Okay.
And it's 3 shots heavy.
Okay, so...
And then the 2 heavy bolters into the unit right here.
Into the neophytes there. All right, so you need 2 separate dice, because if you're going to roll them together. So you need 1 for the Hellfrost and 2 for the las cannons.
So that's las cannon. That's Hellfrost.
It's heavy D3, so you got to roll a D3, is it not?
It's heavy 3.
All right, so it is heavy 3, not heavy D3. So then he gets 2 las cannon shots.
4 is the hit.
Mm-hmm. All right, so 1 Hellfrost and 1 las cannon.
We're going to do a reroll.
Oh, you're going to use your first command point of your 6.
First command point.
All right.
Right here. Sorry, actually, on the last Hellfrost cannon.
Hellfrost, all right.
And
no, it's still a miss.
Actually, no, that's a hit.
No, -1. Yeah, exactly.
Right. So 2 hits.
2 hits. Let's see if you roll the wounds. So you're needing 3s to wounds. 3s to wound because I'm toughness 7.
Mm-hmm.
And so the las cannon does, or sorry, the Hellfrost cannon does hit. So it's -4 to my armor save. I don't get a save versus that.
And on a 6, I believe it does a mortal wound.
So here's how many wounds the Valkyrie will take. Go ahead and roll. So he takes 6, and then you need to roll a d6 for your Hellfrost, and see if I actually take. Just roll 1 d6. No, just roll 1.
Is it for each unsaved wound?
If it suffers any unsaved wounds, roll the d6.
Okay.
Yeah. No. So I don't take the mortal wound. So it takes 6 wounds from the Valkyrie. All right, next is the 12 shots going into my neophytes in the ruins there from the 2 twin heavy bolters. So he has 12 shots, and you're hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
Well, you missed with 3 of them. And then you need 3s to wound.
3s to wound.
And 4 wounds. I will take it. A -1 to my armor save. Right?
-1, yeah.
But I'm in ruins, so I get my 5-up save. Alright, so 4 dead.
4 dead.
And these 4 guys have been removed from that squad down there. Alright, so this Razorback here doesn't have anything in range for his assault cannons, but he does have a hunter-killer missile. So what are you going to do with that?
Shoot the flyer?
You're going to shoot the flyer and hope that you get a 5 or a 6, because he moved.
Is it 4? Because the hunter-killer missile is not a heavy weapon.
Is it not heavy?
Let me double check.
Alright, so he does need 5s to hit the flyer, so let's see what happens.
Gets it.
You bastard! Alright, what's the minus on the armor there?
Hunter-killer missile?
-2.
I think it's -2.
Alright, here's my 5-up save. I'm gonna...
cannons and another hunter missile.
I'm gonna burn 1. Yeah.
Burn 1.
And try it. No.
Nope.
Alright, so d6 damage. 1.
1 damage.
7 wounds remaining. This guy here, what are you doing with him?
He's going to do his 2 last twin-link las cannon and his hunter-killer missile into your flyer.
Into the flyer as well. Everything's hitting on 5s. Just roll a different color die for one of them, dude.
There we go. Hitting on 5s.
Nothing. Thankfully. Woo! And you got nothing else shooting this turn, right?
No, I don't think there's any more shooting.
Nope.
These guys.
They advanced.
Oh, they advanced. That's
nothing. Alright, we'll come back with my movement next. These guys here did lose 4, so before I go into my turn, I have to roll for morale. So here we go. So 4 plus 4 is 8. My leader has 8 leadership, so they are fine. So the end of my movement phase, that squad of neophytes stayed still. That squad and the Lehman Russ stayed stationary. This Valkyrie flew up 20 inches. These guys then disembarked on the rim of the base because I had to be outside of the Space Wolves, and then moved up there 6 inches to be about 3 inches outside of the Space Wolves as well. So they're hoping for some shots. So I'm thinking, will I bring in some Genestealers? And the answer is yes. Starting off here with the Patriarch, let's see what happens with him. I'm going to re-roll that with command point, put me down to 4. So 3, I have to set up more than 12 inches away. Boo.
Woot.
Next, the Primus will also come in. Roll the 2, so I'm going to re-roll that. He gets an automatic reroll, the Primus does. So he gets to be set up within 9 inches.
Nice.
Just outside 9 inches. And the Acolyte's going to be the last unit. Actually, before I do that, I should show you. So these guys are set up within just outside 12 inches here of the units over here. And then I got my Primus and the other Genestealers over there outside 9 inches of the Grey Hunters there. Now I'll roll for the Acolytes. Here we go. 2. So I get to pick 2 sides. And then Kurtis gets to roll a d6, and on 1, 2, 3, it goes on one side, 4, 5, 6 goes on the other. Okay. So I'm going to pick the long table edge here and this table edge here for my units. Kurtis, you get to roll a die. Low, I'll do the long side. High, I'll do the short side. Low. So it's a long side. And so all these Acolytes set up there, just outside 9 inches of those guys. Psychic Phase, Patriarch here is going to use Smite. Closest model is that one. So, goes off on a 5. I'm hoping not to perils. Come on. 7. It's good. So it takes D3 wounds. So it takes 3 wounds. I'm going to use Smite again. Which? Smite twice. Oh, that's right. Damn it. That is right. Boo. Got excited, so I won't use Smite again. Starting off the shooting phase, because I can't use Smite twice. Completely forgot about that. The Valkyrie here is going to put everything it has into that Razorback there. So I'm going to start off with the Heavy Bolter. So I have 2 of those, so 6 shots. Hitting on 6s. Nothing. I next have 2 Hellstrike missiles and 1 Las cannon shots going into it, hitting on 6s. This is where, ooh, the 2 Hellstrike shots, that's good. Here's the roll to wound, I need 3s, so both wounds. Minus 2 your save, so you need 5 up. So you make 1 and go ahead. Okay, so I roll 2 dice and discard the lowest, and that's how many wounds he takes. Alright, so he takes 6 wounds. 6 wounds. Yeah. Alright, the Cult Leman Rust is going up next, and he's going to be doing... Sorry, went too far there. His 2 Heavy Bolter shots, which is 6 shots, into the 5-man squad of Grey Hunters there. So, need 4s to hit. Alright, so 2 misses. That's actually pretty good. I'll take it. Need 3s to wounds. 3s. Alright, so 3 wounds, minus 1 to your save.
Alright, so 3 wounds, minus 1, so you need 4s.
4s, yep. And 2 die.
2 go down.
Woo! And then the other things are firing Battle Cannon and Las Cannon into the Predator, or the Razorback there. So I get D6 Battle Cannon shots. Okay. So 1. I'm going to re-roll and go down to 3 command points left. So 2. That's fateful. Needing 4s. Both hit. Wounding on 3s. So 1 wound, minus 2 to your save. So 5 up.
5 up.
Nothing. Nope. And you take, I think it's D3 wounds. So 3 wounds.
3 wounds. He has 1 left.
Yeah, and then the Las Cannon. Come on! Hits. Needing 3s to wound. Wounds. Minus 3, so 6 up save. Nope. Nothing. And D6 damage. He's dead. Alright, roll a d6, see if you explode. No. Nope. 3. First blood for the Genestealer Cult. So I forgot, this guy here is going to be using voice command. He's using voice command on these guys here. And so they're going to be taking aim. So we're going to be jumping into these guys, shooting. I have 4 plasma rifles in there in rapid fire range of that Razorback there. So they're going to... rapid fires for 8 shots into that. Then all the hot shot las guns and the bolt pistol from the leader will go into the 5-man unit of Grey Hunters. So 8 overcharged plasma rifles, and I get to reroll 1s because of take aim. Hitting on 3s, no 1s please. Holy crap, that's all 5s and 6s, dude. That is all 5s and 6s. They all hit on that Razorback. I need 3s to wounds.
3s to wound, okay.
They all wound, and you got a -3 to your save, I believe it is.
How many wounds?
A lot. They're 2 wounds each, and they're -3 from the plasma rifle overcharge or supercharge. -3, so you got 8 saves to make at -3. So you need 6s.
6s. Not one.
Not a 1.
He blows up.
So that is 16 damage to that guy. Let's see if he blows up. And he does. So how far is the blow up range? You're going to re-roll that?
Re-roll that.
All right. And no, he doesn't blow up, but he is taking it right there. So up next, these guys here, they're going to be firing everything else into those 3 Grey Hunters, as I said. So this here is the bolt pistol from the leader, and this is the 10 rapid fire hotshot las guns. So they're only strength 3, -2, but 1 damage apiece. So here we go, hitting on 3s. All right, so that's a little bit better for you, a little bit better, but I still have quite a few shots there. So needing 5s to wound now. All right, so that's 2 wounds, -2 to your armor save, so 5 up. 2 more guys go down. Yes, sir. Tempestor Prime is also going to fire into that unit just to take it out. He has his plasma pistol, so he's going to fire it regularly, not overcharge it. Hitting on 3s, so it is a hit. That almost rolled over and did. So wounding on 3s, it's a wound. -3 to your save, so 6 up.
6 up?
No, that's a 4. So that unit is also gone.
God.
Next, in the shoot phase, Primus here is going to shoot into with his needle pistol into the cavalry there, and so hits on 3s, so hits, wounds on 2s, it's a 1, so nothing. Going into the charge phase, Genestealers here are going to try charging into those Thunderwolves. They have a 9-inch charge that they need to make. So here we go. That's 7. Yeah, doing it. Let's come on, 4+. No, dude, that's lucky. All right, so these guys here, I didn't shoot with them because I didn't want to lengthen my charge distance, but they are going to try to charge into these guys. Are you going to Overwatch?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course I am,
all right,
sir.
so you got lots of shots.
12.
So you got 2 guys within rapid fire range. Here's the rules for Kurtis Rapid Fire. He has 8 shots in totals, needing 6s. I see 1 6. All right, and it is a wound. And 5+. No, one of these guys. One guy dies. I'll just take him from the back here. And here's my charge range. 8 inches.
No.
8 inches. No. End of Kurtis's round 2 of movement. He decided to bring in Najal and the Wolfguard Terminators and Arjak. So we put Arjak and the Wolfguard Terminators over here. Najal in the ruins there. And the Thunderwolves moved up to be just outside an inch from a Genestealers. He disembarked his 6-man squad of Grey Hunters and put them on the side here after moving them. Didn't move that, so he's in hover mode.
No, he's supposed to be there.
Correction, Kurtis forgot to move Hillman and move them up 20 inches that way. These Grey Hunters just moved up here to get some shots off, hopefully, at those Genestealers and that there. All right, so that is the movement. So, Psychic Phase?
Psychic Phase.
All right, what are you going to do?
We're going to Smite.
Smite. Awesome.
Obviously, it's these guys
it has to be
here.
the Genestealers. So, on a 5.
On a 5.
And it goes off. And that's D3 damage to the Genestealers. So let's see what it is. So 3 of them are dead. Dead. We'll just take off. We'll take off these guys here. 1, 2. And 1 more. There. And second Psychic Power for Najal.
Jaws of the Warpwolf.
All right, going after.
Guys.
Gonna go after the Tempest Scions. Awesome.
Manifesto 7.
Okay. And it goes off.
Goes off.
All right. And
so there's speed 6.
Speed 6, yep.
So anything over 6 on this roll is mortal wounds.
All right. So 2 mortal wounds to these guys. So we'll just take off, I don't know, these 2 here. Perfect. So there's no more Psychic Phase, so we're going to go into the shooting phase. Where are you going to start off?
We're going to start off with Najal.
Okay.
Into these guys.
Awesome.
His bird's a D6.
Okay.
1 attack from his bird and his bolt pistol.
Okay.
So bird's this dice, bolt pistol's this dice.
Yep.
Hit it on 2s.
Both hit.
Both hits. This is power 4.
So 4s.
4's the wound. Nothing. This power 3.
And
wound from the bird.
No AP. No AP. Alright, here we go. 5 up. Makes it.
Makes it.
Our Jack here has a big giant hammer that he's going to throw at the Genestealers. Hits on a 3?
Hits on a 3, yeah.
Alright.
That's 4.
Yep.
Strength 10.
Bull. So 2s. Okay. 2s. So invulnerable save. 5 up. Here we go. It's a 1. So this guy here is dead. Grey Hunters here.
12 shots.
Shooting into the Scions there. They have 12 shots. Rapid fire.
Do I want to shoot into... What's the...
Whoa. Alright, so it is 12 shots going into the Scions here. Let's see what happens.
2, 4.
Here it is. 3's to hit. I see a 1 and a 2 in there.
Not too bad.
Okay, so 3 misses. Then you need 3's to wound as well.
3's to wound.
Yes, sir. So I see 1, 2 2s, and so that leaves 7 wounds.
7 wounds.
So I have 4 up save here. Here we go, 4 up save. I failed 1. 1 more guy's die.
Oh my.
I want all my plasma, so this guy here will die. Next up for the shooting is these 4 guys here. They're going to be shooting into the Genestealers over here. So there's only 4 that I can actually see. So they're in rapid fire range as well. So 8 shots.
8 shots.
Hitting on 3's. I see a couple of misses, 3 misses. Then wounding on 4's because of toughness 4's. And so 3 saves, 5 up saves. Here we go. Let's see. I don't make any of them. And lastly, but not least, the Stormfang gunship has some shooting that he's going to be doing. What are you going to do with that?
Okay, we're going to start with the last cannons into the flyer.
Into the Valkyrie?
And then the rest of the fire into the Genestealers.
Alright, so let's see. You have -1 to hit, so 4's.
4's.
1 hit.
1 hit.
And it's 3's to wound.
3's to wound.
It's a wound.
Wounds.
Minus lots.
3.
So we get 3, 6 up.
6 up.
Saves! Saves on the 6 up!
Saves.
Alright. Alright, so next moving into the Dispersed Hellfrost into the Genestealer Cult. It's heavy 3d3. And so he gets 15 shots.
Heavy d3, so yeah, 3, 6, 6.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 6 and then 2. So I thought it was heavy 3d6. 8 shots is still pretty good. Hitting on 3's, because you do have Power of the Machine Spirit. Going into the Genestealers.
Hitting on 3.
I see lots of 1s and 2s, so only 3 hits. That's not good. Wounding on 2 or 3, sorry, because toughness 4.
On 3's. 3
wounds.
So
3 wounds. I have 3 5 up saves to make. Here we go. I don't make any of them. 3 more dead. And lastly, but not least, the 12 shots from the heavy bolters, hitting on 3's. I see. That's it. All right.
Strength 5.
So, yeah, so you need 3's again. Can you take out the Genestealers? Oh, I see some 1s and 2s. There's another one in there. So 4 hits.
Wounds. 4 hits, sorry.
Or 4 wounds, sorry.
4 wounds, yep.
So you need 4 saves. Come on, 5 up. All right, so 3 more guys die, leaving me 3 left. And those guys are left with 3 Genestealers there surrounding the Patriarch. Alright, going into the charge phase. Where are you going to start, Kurtis?
We'll start with the Thunderwolf Cavalry.
Okay, so they have auto in, basically.
Basically.
I have no Overwatch on the Genestealers, so
12 inches.
Yeah.
This way.
We're going to go around 11 inches. Surround them.
Surround them.
And they end their movement like so. Next, these guys here are going to charge into the Tempest Scions. They're in range, but I get my Overwatch before you move.
Oh, that's right.
For the Overwatch, I have 4 plasma rifles here, hitting on 6's. They're not overcharging, so because there's no sense, because 1 wound each and a wound on 3's no matter what. So I get 1 6, and it's a wound, minus 3d armor save.
Nothing.
Okay, so 1 dies, and then I have 2 hotshot las guns, needing 6's, nothing, and then a bolt pistol, needing a 6, nothing. So 1 guy dies from that group. This guy here is going to do the Heroic Intervention, charge in, bam, and the Scion over here will also do the Heroic Intervention as so. These guys here have a large charge to make as well, needing to get into there. Who are they charging into?
They're going to charge into the closest model.
Patriarch?
I guess so.
All right.
From him to him.
Let's see. With a 5, that's a negative. Negative. They stay right there. Our Jack here has a 12-inch charge because he's charging through the crater and he's 10 inches away from those guys. So needing double 6s. That's a negative.
Negative.
Najal here charging in the Genestealers, needing 9, and he is in.
That's it.
Like so. Yes. And then these guys over here, are they going to try?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. They have a huge charge as well, unfortunately.
12.
No.
Oh.
And it's only that because of the crater that he put his guys in.
Forgot.
Starting combats over here. You got... What happened in here?
So I got the... I'm going to have the leader attacking the Scion guy.
Okay.
And then the 2 other Thunderwolves
attacking the Genestealers. So you're hitting on 4s. So the leader has 3 attacks.
Leader has 3 attacks. Hitting on 4s.
Yep. So 2 hits.
2 hits.
And needing 2s to wound. And 2 wounds. I don't get any save versus that, I don't think.
What's your armor?
Like 5.
Yeah, you don't get a save against that.
So are they what? D3 wounds?
3 wounds each.
3 wounds each.
So 6
wounds.
Oh,
alright. Well, I'm just going to let them take them and kill them off.
Okay.
The other Thunderwolves going into the Genestealers. Here we go. Hitting on 4, so they'll hit. Needing 2s to wound. Nothing. Or 2, sorry.
Take away 2.
Alright, so we have 2 5-up invulnerable saves. I don't make either one.
Okay, 2 guys die, and then the wolves themselves.
Unfortunately, they're not in range after I take off my guys for the wolves to actually attack. Alright, so after the thunder hammers, I pulled the guys off, so he's not in range with his other 2 guys to target either of these ones with the wolves. I believe that's how it works, because a separate weapon, you still have to measure the distance. But if I'm wrong, and it happens all at the same time, let me know. But it's separate weapons, is how I read, and he's not in range of getting his wolves in there to actually attack him. So yeah, that sucks for him. I'm then going to use 2 points to jump in and attack with my Genestealers.
Okay.
Alright.
These guys?
Yep.
How do they get to attack if they're out of combat now?
Alright, so I'm spending my 2 command points, and all these guys are just going to pile in on Najal and try to take him out. Alright, so carrying on, I have 3 attacks with each of these Genestealers hitting on 3s into Najal. So,
hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. 3 miss, so that's 9. Wounding on 4s.
Wounding on 4s.
And 6s. Yeah, 6s are -4 to your save. Alright, so all these, that's a -4 to your save, so you get your 5-up invulnerable. 4-up invulnerable, then you have 5 3-up saves to make. So 4-up.
4-up.
Nope. Takes a wound.
Gonna re-roll.
Command point.
Is it just 1 wound?
It's just 1 wound, dude.
Actually,
this one. Okay, so you take 1 wound from that, and you have 5 more.
5, and it's -1 AP?
Yep.
So 3-up.
3-up. So
I take 1 more wound?
1 more wound, so 2 wounds off Najal. Alright, going up next, you're going to use the Grey Hunters over here.
Yes, I am.
Into the Scions.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's 2 attacks apiece from the...
That's
4 of them, and 3 attacks from the...
Alright.
And they're hitting on 3s.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so those are hits.
Yep.
Wounding on 3s.
And
3
wounds. 4-up save. Here we go. 4-up. 2 die. Of course, 2 die.
Down.
I'll take the hotshot last guns, guys. Okay. Like so. Those 2. And the next charger for Kurtis is Najal, attacking into the Genestealers, hitting on 2s.
On 2s.
2 hits.
2 hits.
And then 4s. Unless your stave gives you a strength bonus.
+2. So
Alright, so hitting on 3s. Or wounding on 3s. So
2 wounds.
And I need 5-up invulnerable save. Make 1. So 1 guy dies. Wah, wah, wah. Starting off here, I'm going to use the Tempestor Prime with his power sword. He is hitting on 3s. So, 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Boo. You got 1, -3 to your save, so it's 6 up save.
6 up.
And so, so nothing. So one more guy dies. Right. Next, my scions are going to pile in, like so. And I'm going to attack with them. So I have, I believe, 4 regular attacks, then 2 with a power sword. So I have... Alright, so I have 4 regular attacks, which are the black, and then 2, which are the power sword from the leader. And so here we go. So the blacks are needing 4s, so 2 hits, and the whites we're needing 3s. Now they all need 5s.
Okay.
Alright, they all wound. So you have 2 6-up saves and 2 regular armor saves. So what ones are these? Let's do the regular saves
Regular
first.
saves, 3 up.
1 guy dies.
How many do I have left there?
You have 4 left there.
1 guy dies, and that was the regular.
And then you have the 6-up saves after that.
Okay, and then the 6 up.
Yep. And you make them both! So 1 more guy dies there. Like so. This is what it looks like at the end of Kurtis' turn 2. All his Terminators are hanging out over there. Thunderwolves are hanging out over there. Nobody in combat with them. Najal is in combat. And then I have the Scions over here in combat with the Space Wolves. They're the Grey Hunters. 3 Genestealers and the Patriarch over there. These guys are untouched because they couldn't charge into my Acolytes over there. So we also need to make morale tests for our guys as well. Alright, got to do morale now at the end of the phase as well. So the Genestealers here have leadership 9. They've lost 7, so I needed to roll low. You know, so the rest die. Die. 6 plus 7 is 13. The rest of those Genestealers die. Over here, these guys lost 5. Their leadership 7 because the leader's still there. And so that's 5 plus losing 5 is 10. So 3 more guys die there. So let's see. And so I'm just going to take out 3 plasma rifle guys. Keep my leader just to be on the safe side. And the Space Wolves here need a morale check. So.
Alright, so I don't want a 6.
You get a 6.
I can re-roll it?
You can re-roll it, but you're going to roll 6.
Ah, 5, I'm good.
And you've lost 3, so that's 8, so you're good. Alright, at the end of my movement phase, all my neophytes over here moved up, so they're within 24 inches of those guys. The cannon stayed, or the Lehman Russ stayed where they are. These guys here moved up. They're all within rapid fire range of the front guy there. Nobody has done anything there. My Valkyrie is going into hover mode, staying stationary, so we get this full ballistics. And then my 3 Genestealers and the Patriarch have moved up and basically are within just outside of like an inch. Yeah, I can't fail. These guys just moved up their 6 inches, so they can hopefully charge there as well. We'll come back with Psychic Phase next. Gonna start off here with Might from Beyond in the Psychic Phase into the Genestealers. So it goes off on 7, goes off with an 8. Gonna try to resist.
I don't think I'm close enough.
I think you're within 24. Double check. Never mind, so it doesn't go off, or it does go off. He's not in range to resist. And with that said, I'm going to do Smite with my second power. Just the familiar uses it once a round, or once a game, sorry, I can use them to cast a second power. So Smite! Smite goes off with an 8, so D3. So 3, and that's the closest unit there. Come on, get him in there. Get him in there. Alright, so there's no more Psychic Phase. All I did was the Might from Beyond and the Genestealer. So I'm going to do my order onto this unit here. So I'm going to do Fixed Bayonets, which allows these 2 guys to fight in a shoot phase like it's a melee phase. So I'm going to fight with these guys. So I have 3 attacks from the leader, or 2 attacks from the leader, sorry, and 1 from the regular guy. So Power Sword, or the black dice, regular guy's white. Here we go! Hitting on 3s with the leader, 4s with the regular guy. Needing 5s. Come on. Alright, so that's -3.
-3, okay.
Or it's Power Sword, so
yeah, -3. Yeah.
And then regular. So do the regular first.
Good.
And -3.
Power Sword.
Not good. So 1 more guy dies. Woo! These guys also get to shoot their pistols in the shoot phase. So the bolt gun here. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. It's a wound. -1 to your save. I believe the bolt guns are -1, right? You play. You
No.
Okay, no. Damn it.
3 up.
No. Another one.
I'm gonna re-roll.
You're gonna re-roll that? Are you sure?
I want to keep them in combat.
Are you sure?
Nah, yeah. I'm gonna keep out my 4 CP points.
All right. So you got down to 1 guy left.
Nice.
All right, these guys here are rapid fire range of these guys here. So they have 20 shots. Sorry, no, less than that because they're not full unit. I forgot about that. They have 12 shots. 12 shots. So there's 10 here, so I'll add a couple more dice in. Here we go. Hitting on 4s. That's not too bad. Well, it could be worse. Half. Wounded on 5s. Come on. One wound. Only one. Only one. So 2 up save. Come on. 2 up save.
2 up save?
Yeah.
I got her.
Next squad, those neophytes. It's 10 of them shooting into the Terminators. Hitting on 4s. Boo. So 5 hits. And then need 5s to wound. Alright, 3 wounds. Come on. I want to see.
They're good.
They're all good. Lehman Russ shooting into the everything it has into the Terminator. So it has 6 shots with the heavy bolters. So there's 6 dice. Hitting on 4s. So 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. So nothing. D6 battle cannon shots. So there's 5 of them. That's good. And here we go. Hitting on 4s. Alright, so 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. 2 wounds. -2 to your saves, so 4 up.
3 up.
How's it 3 up?
Storm shields.
Oh, yes. Yes, that's right.
Your favorite thing.
I hate them with passion. And they make it. Then last cannon shots. Misses. Valkyrie here is going to shoot everything it has into the Thunderwolves, so it has 6 shots from its heavy bolters. Hitting on 5s. And wounding on 4. It's a wound. Yeah, so 3 up.
Yep.
Yep. 2 Hellstrike missiles hitting on 5s. 1 wounded on 4s. Good enough. So 3 up. Yeah. And then last cannon does nothing with a 3. All right, so that's the ineffective shooting from my side of the board. So these guys here are going to charge into the Grey Hunters here. You get you get your Overwatch first off.
6 shots.
Yep.
And on 6s.
1
hit.
All right, wounding on 3s. Ends a wound. 5 up save. He makes it.
He makes it.
All right, and they are in with a charge of 10. These guys here charging into the Grey Hunters. They're not in. So with 4 inches. No.
No.
This Tempest Scion is going to be charging into that guy there. And he is definitely in with an 11. So he's coming in over this way. Alright, combat's over here. I have 3 attacks with my Scion. Hitting on 3s. So 2. And wounding on 5s. Nothing. Alright, so he's going to go over to that squad, but Kurtis is going to spend 2 of his remaining 4 CP to interact with that guy first. So he gets his 3 attacks.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
3 attacks. Hit on 3s.
Hits.
Wounded on 4s.
3s.
3s.
Alright, 2 wounds. They're 4 up saves. Here we go. Make them both.
Make both.
They are. These guys here are going to attack into those Grey Hunters. So I have 10 attacks here, which are the first 5 regular guys with rending claws, not my leader who's going to be using his bone sword or the 4 specialist weapons. So hitting on 3s. Alright. Wounding on 4s, 6s are -4 AP. Alright, so there's 1 that automatically kills a guy, and 3 -1 saves. So 4 up.
We're up.
Alright, the other 2 guys are dead. And I have to pile in towards the closest enemy model, which is that guy there. Next, I have my 2 guys here, Tempest Scions, going into the Grey Hunters. So I have my Black's Power Sword from the leader, and the white is the regular guy. So they all hit. They all need 5, so not a 1. Not a 1. All right, the only morale check this phase is that guy there. And is he an 8? All right, so he can't fail, so he's just going to hang in there. All right, end of the movement phase. We have the Stormfang gunship that flew across this 20 inches over here. The Terminators moved up as well as the Thunderwolves, and that is it. So we're going to move right into the Psychic phase next. All right, Najal in the Psychic phase is going to use Smite. And needing 5s. That's cock, so reroll that. It goes off, so D3 damage. So, 2 to that unit there, killing it off. Second power is going to be the Jaws of the World Wolf. Going off. And
what's his speed?
6, just like
6.
everybody else. Yep.
-6. Nothing.
Woo, he's fine. So very limited shooting here. All we have is the flyer. I switched to say Terminators, but no. So flyer here, who are you going to be shooting at with that?
I'd love to finish off your flyer.
Okay.
That's one thing I'd like to do.
Alright, so the Stormfang here is going to do its heavy frost cannon into the flyer, who's hovering. Las cannons into the Lehman Russ, and heavy bolters into the unit down below there. So, what are you going to start with?
Alright, we'll start with the flyer.
Alright.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s because I'm hovering.
2 hits.
2 hits. Strength 8.
Yep.
So wounding on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
So 1.
And re-roll that.
Alright.
No.
Still a 1.
Still
It's -4, right?
Yes.
So I can't even save that.
So D6.
So 5 wounds means that it has 2 wounds remaining. Ugh. That ain't good. And I'm about to tip it over.
To your tank.
The last cannons onto the tank. Here we go. Hitting on 3s. Both hit.
2 hits.
Wounded on 3s.
Both wounds.
Both wounds.
-3.
So I'm behind cover, so -2. So 5
Are you technically behind cover?
1 inch behind the barricade.
Oh, just because I'm like you pick a point, right?
It's true. That's true.
That's what I'm
Yeah, from the
wondering,
front.
so-
You're right. All right, so 6 up.
6 up.
Make 1.
1. And I guess
5 damage.
5 damage. Sorry, did you get that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
And 12 shots into those neophytes there. Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
Couple misses.
Not too bad.
And wounding on 3s. All right, so 1.
Wounds.
So how many is in total? 8? 7. All
7
right.
wounds.
So here we go. Let's see if I can get some 5-ups. I get 4, so 3 guys die. And these 3 guys there died. These guys here are going to charge into the Valkyrie. The Valkyrie is going to overwatch, so he has 2 heavy bolters, hitting on 6s. 1 hit. Wounded on 4s. 1 wound, -1, 3 up.
3 up.
Failed 1 wound. All right. 2 Hellstrike missiles hitting on 6s. Nothing. And the last cannon does hit. Wounded on 3. Nothing.
Okay.
So, let's see the charge distance.
Need a 7.
Yep. And no, 3. That's far from it. Leaves you with, this will be your last one.
My last one.
Yeah.
I used up a lot.
And Kurtis decided not to use the reroll. Alright, so these Terminators here are charging into the Neophytes. I have 12 shots with my rifles, auto guns, I should say, hitting on 6s. Nice. So I got 3. Now needing 5s to wound you, I got 1. So 2 up save. And he makes it. Taking a 5-inch charge. And they're in with 7. Alright, so they end their charge like so. So starting off the combats, Kurtis gets his pile-in move. And move the rest of his guys within range, hopefully. You gotta be within an inch. And that guy's just gonna have to move right up to the wall to keep, yeah, just like so.
But if he's in with more.
Alright, so Kurtis has 4 guys here that are within range of attacking the Neophytes. How many attacks is that?
It's 3 from the leader,
yep,
and 2 from 3 other guys, so 9 attacks.
Awesome. Hitting on 3s.
9 attacks.
Alright.
Hitting on 3s.
I think 2 misses.
2 misses?
Yep.
Strength 5.
Strength 5. Oh yeah, the lightning claws.
Wounded on 3s.
Okay.
So frost claws. And re-roll failed wounds.
Okay, and their AP is
-2.
And so they're all dead. This combat over here can't be forgotten. We got 3 attacks up against my Scion, Tempestor Prime, sorry. You're hitting on 3s, winning on 3s. So 2 hits.
2 hits.
1 wound.
1 wound.
And takes a wound. He's going to fight back though with his 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. 2, wounded on 5s. 1, and it is a power sword, so -3.
6 up.
And he's dead.
He goes down.
So I then consolidate towards the nearest enemy model, which is the Thunderwolves. Alright. Like so. End of the round, I have 3 guys over here that were killed. So I have a leadership 8, so I need to roll less than a 5. There's one more guy. Boo! I'll just take him off at the end here. Alright, end of the round. Leman Russ stayed still. These guys just shimmied to the front of the Leman Russ. My Patriarch and everybody advanced forward. I forgot to move my Prime towards the Thunderwolves. Just move them just outside of the inch there. And then the Acolytes advanced 7 inches in total towards these guys as well. Forgot to mention this guy's hovering just so I can shoot him. Psychic Phase, I'm going to do Smite on the closest unit, which is the Thunderwolves. So let's see if it goes off. Goes off on a 5. Najal here is going to resist and hopefully not beat the 5, but he beats the 5, so that does not go off. So that's the Psychic Phase, so we're going to go into the Shooting Phase next. Over here, we're going to start the Shooting Phase off with the Neophytes. So I have 6 guys, 12 shots going into the Terminators there, and hopefully that gives me something. Alright, here's 12 shots going to the Terminators, needing 4s. So alright, so 6 went through, that's pretty statistical. And then needing 5s. And so 2.
2 up armor save?
Yep. And make them both. Next, the Leman Russ is going to shoot everything it has into the Terminators. So I have 6 shots from the Heavy Bolters. Hitting on 4s. So 3 hits. Again, pretty statistical. Wounding on 3s. 1. And you're 3 up. So. And it makes it.
Good.
He has his D6 battle cannon shots. So 4. And hitting on 4s. So 2. Wounding on 2s. So 2 wounds, -2, so 3 up. Alright, 1 does D3. So for 1 damage. And lastly, the las cannon. Hits. Wounding on 2s. Wounds. Get your 3 up save. And you make it. Over here, the Valkyrie is going to shoot everything it has into the Thunderwolves here. So I have 6 shots with Heavy Bolters, hitting on 5s. So that's 4 hits. Wounding on 4s. 1 wound. 3 up save.
Thunderwolf.
Yep. Makes it. 2 Hellstrike missiles, hitting on 5. 1's cocked. 2 hits. Wounding on 3s. So 1 wound. 3 up save.
Yep.
Makes it. And the las cannon hits. No, it doesn't with a 4. Never mind. Scion here is going to shoot his overcharge it. Screw it.
Yeah, overcharge it. Because if it does go through, it kills then.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Overcharge. Does not hit with a 2. Alright, that's it for shooting. So we're going to go right into the assault phase. So I'm going to start off over here with the Genestealers. Going to charge in, actually, with the Tempestor Prime. Charging in with him first. He makes it! Then the Genestealers. They have to get a 7, I believe.
Check.
And they weren't in. And then the Patriarch will need an 8. And he gets in on it.
He is really.
Alright, combats now. I'm going to start off with my 3 attacks from my Tempestor Prime. Hitting on 3s. 1. Wounding on 5. Nothing. Then my Patriarch over here. We're going to move into him. He has 6 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Dropping dice. And then wounding on 3s, because it's toughness 5, re-rolling failed wounds. So 3 fails. So there we go. So you have 3 minus 6 to your save, which is 3 up. They do 3 damage automatically, then D3 damage on these ones, which are like, 3 up. Either way. 3 up? So, well, no, you got to roll them separately because these ones are 3 damage each, right? I see what you're saying. So then these 2 are D3 damage apiece. Okay, so 3 up. First one. 3 up.
Second one.
You're rolling them all individually.
3 up.
Come on now. Hold on. So those were the first 3.
Those were the 3, yeah.
Okay.
And then 2 for the last 2. Fail 1.
And it becomes D3 damage for 1 damage. 2 attacks from that guy. 1 hit. And then 1 wound. Just regular, no 3 up. Doesn't matter. And 1 guy dies.
I'm going to reroll that.
Sure.
For my last CP point. There
and
we
he's
go.
fine.
He's fine.
Alright, these guys piled in. Now they're going to all strike into the Patriarch. Hitting on 4s.
So 7 attacks, hit on 4s.
Yep. 1.
1.
And wounding on 3s.
Wounding on 3s. 1 wound.
Wounds. And I'm just going to take it on the little guy.
Okay.
And the wolves are striking into him, hitting on 3s. So 5 hits.
Strength 5.
Alright, so 4s.
4s.
Alright, so 3. And I think it's 4 up invulnerable save. Alright, so 2 go through, but I get my 6 up tenacious survivor or something like that. And so I take 2 wounds. Alright, there's no morale at the end of round 3, so we'll come back to round 4 next. Alright, Terminators here moved up. Thunderwolf or Stormfang moved over here. These guys are locked in combat. Arjak moved over, Najal moved up. And that is it. We'll come back into second phase next for Kurtis's turn 4. Najal here is going to cast Smite. Closest enemy model is a Patriarch, so it goes off on enemy perils.
Peril? No, I don't peril.
Oh no, yeah, that's right.
I just get the good smite.
That's right. Yeah, because you have to roll, I think, 12. 2
you have to
sixes.
roll, 2 6s.
Alright, I'm going to try to prevent that. I need double 6s here. No.
Almost.
No.
Yeah.
So you get the good smite, so d6 wounds to him. 2. And I get my 6 up save versus that. So, nothing. So I think I'm down to like 2 wounds on him. 2. So there's no shooting phase except for that, actually, thinking about it. What are you going to shoot with that?
I'm going to do 2 last cannons into him.
Into the Valkyrie, yeah.
And then 3 shots into your tank from the Hellfrost.
Hellfrost there, yeah.
And then 12 shots into your Genestealers.
Into the Genestealers?
Into these guys.
Into the Acolytes. Alright.
Acolytes.
What are you going to start with?
Alright, we'll start with the flyer.
Alright.
So 3's the hit.
Yes, sir.
2 hits. 3's the wound.
Yes, sir.
2 wounds.
Needing 6s to save this. Nothing. So, it's done. And does it blow up? Does not.
No, it's not.
Hellfrost cannon shooting into the Layman Rest.
Range, actually. So
here's the rolls.
3's it.
Yep. 2 hits.
2 hits. 3's the wound.
Yep.
2 wounds.
I get no save versus this.
Would you with cover?
No.
This time?
No. -4, right?
Yeah.
So.
-4. I rolled -4.
And 7, it might blow up. Let's see. Does not blow up. Stormfang took out the Lehman Rust, didn't blow up. So any other shooting? That's it, eh?
We got 12 shots into those guys.
Oh yeah, 12 shots in the Acolytes. Let's see what happens there.
4, 6. 12 shots.
Alright.
3's the wound.
3's to hit.
Yeah, sorry, 3's the hit, yep.
Yep.
And
then 3's to
the
wound.
wound.
That's a bunch. So that's 7.
7 wounds.
Alright, here we go. 6s. Nothing. 7 guys died, leaving 2 guys left. Yeah, that's going to be a tabling for me here shortly. That's it. That is it. Let's finish the round off. Combats next. Going to the combats, these guys here attacking into the Patriarch, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Alright.
7 attacks with the Thunderhammers. 3, 5, 7.
And hitting on 4s.
On 4s.
3
hits.
Okay.
Wounded on 3s.
Yep.
3 wounds.
3 wounds, and hopefully I get some saves here. And 2. So how many wounds
3
do they
wounds
do?
apiece.
Oh man. The Patriarch's dead. Unless I get lots of 6s. No, not a 1. So it's dead. He is bug paste. Alright guys, so we're just going to call it there. I really don't have anything that can contend with anything that Kurtis has on the board. I got 3 Genestealers, and these guys would have died in combat, but we didn't film that. 2 Acolytes, but at morale, they would... Actually, I think they all died, did they not?
2 survived. 2 survived.
So that is it. So we're going to come back with the after action report, and we will go from there. Yeah. Welcome to the after action report. You just watched the match between Kurtis and I and his Space Wolves that took the victory. I just conceded because I really can't do much against all the Storm Shields that he was fielding. Had nothing left. He managed to take out pretty much everything that was effective in my army. Yeah. And like my flyer, I couldn't fly him around because I'd be shooting on 6 plus. Yeah. But I thought I would try Valkyrie. I think I'll just probably stick with the Torox Primes. And then I'm still hitting on 4s, right? Even if I'm targeting a flyer, I'm hitting on 4s, so it's all good. And I get lots of shots with those, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah.
After this game, this means Space Wolves keep their home planet.
Yeah, they do. And they're 2 up. 2-1, I should say. 2-1 against the Genestealer Cult out. But yeah, no, it was... I had 1 round that was going okay for me, but I knew that it was going to be tough dealing with your Terminators with all your Storm Shields, and then your Thunderwolves with the Storm Shields as well, because they just wreck face.
And I was quite nervous after that first round, and then when I failed that drop with the Terminators after else, I was like, oh my, I really just did that.
They're super durable now, like Terminators. They have 2 wounds apiece. 2 wounds apiece, which is fantastic. So, and what, Thunderwolves are 3 now?
3 wounds apiece, yeah.
So that's really good. That's really good. So they can soak up a lot of fire. And then with the Storm Shields, soak that much more because they don't get modifiers on their save, right? Yeah. Where my guys are a lot of glass cannons, like 5+ saves. That's it. So if I don't get the strikes off with these guys, then it's SOL.
Yeah. As the game goes on, it can get worse.
Yeah, and that's what happened here. So and I knew I wasn't going to target your flyer because it's going to make it hard for me to hit you with my flyer or anything else that I shoot at it. So it's just like I'll focus on other things and try to take that stuff down.
I think the flyer played a pretty big role in
Rex
face. Just was dropping infantry
I'm finding
crazy.
Every game that I've played that had a flyer in it, which is now like I think 4 games that have had flyers. Flyers wreck face drastically. I'm using wreck face a lot right now. But they melt face with their meltons or whatever other weapons they're using. It's just they have such a large fire base. So like yours, for example, Health Frost, I can do either 3d3 strength 6 minus 2 hits.
Yeah.
Or it can do 3 strength 8 minus 4 AP d6 damage a piece. Then you got your twin link las cannon. Then you got your storm bolters, which
it's a lot. And then you can transfer 6 guys too.
Which is really good. Great vehicle, great utility for it. It's like that's just your flyer. Like I've played a Dark Eldar flyer and it's brutal. I've played a Storm Raven with Blood Angels, and it demolished my army as well. It's just they're like fire turrets, flying fire turrets.
So are you saying if you want to beat you bring flyers?
Well, I think in 8th edition in general, flyers are the way to go. Good, yeah. I think they're really, really good. Like if you have a list with like 3 flyers in it, that it's going to be hard to take down because you're hard to hit most flyers at least, right?
Yeah.
Hard to hit and go from there. Unless you say you have Daemon Princes that can fly or some sort of monstrous creature that can fly and charge, right? Then that might have a little bit of balance to it. But like I don't have anything like that at this point in time. My flyer, well, it doesn't have Power of the Machine Spear, which is good for you because you get the -1, or you ignore the -1, sorry, for the hitting. So so Space Wolves victory, that's insane. Highlight I think for you was what? Killing the Patriarch, revenge for Bjorn.
Yeah. So he's still in repair after that.
Yeah, he's gone back into hibernation. I think the highlight for me was the turn that I took at your 2 Razorbacks.
That was a good turn.
It was lucky rolls. That was what it was.
I was shocked when that one unit just rolled all 5s and 6s for their damage.
That was good. I was just
I did 18s, like around
16 wounds.
16 wounds. I was like, imagine that against, like, you roll that good against a Land Raider.
Yeah,
they're good Land Raider.
And that's from the Scions, which are fantastic. So,
I did like them a lot.
The Scions, yeah. I got more Scions that I have to build and paint and stuff, so I might just start playing Scions, and maybe that will be my Imperium army, or I'll just continue to add them to my Genestealer Cult. So who knows? Maybe I'll do like a Vanguard elite style of troops instead of. I think I'm gonna focus more. Instead of on my neophytes, I'm going to sort of try the acolytes because they're both troop choices. So I'll do the acolytes, which are the purple ones at the far end. Just so that way I can sort of focus on more of the melee combat. Because like if I take a whole bunch of shooting guys with the Scions, my acolytes will be the melee guys, and they'll be my troop choice, so you can still get the battalion detachment and stuff like that and get the CP, and then throw in a couple of Genestealer units, and so we'll have some solid shooting and then some solid combat. I don't know. I'll play with the list. I'll play with the models that I have and go from there. If you guys have any suggestions as to what I should add to the Genestealer Cult, let me know. Or for Kurtis.
Any help for me too would be great.
I know some people were wanting to see
the
Wolfen, yeah. I don't know. Do you have any?
I do, but it's just time to get them painted.
Well, let's get them on the channel sometime. So, well, Kurtis, thank you for doing this again. I appreciate it. Guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're not a Patreon, check us out and please pledge us your support. Thank you again.